What is TNT? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Now, I've got a little bit of a cold today, so if my voice sounds a little different, that's why, okay? And speaking of sounds, do you know what this sound is? Yep, that's an explosion. Have you ever seen an explosion before? What did it look like? Always looks like a lot of fire and smoke and everything gets blown in different directions. Now, my kids love a game called Minecraft, and Minecraft has all kinds of different blocks. But do you know what this block is called? Yep, that's the TNT block. You light the fuse travels to the TNT block, and then explosion. But TNT is not just a Minecraft block. Did you know it's a real thing in real life? But what is it? How do things explode? And what does TNT stand for? Let's figure it all out today. Now, here's something interesting. TNT is actually just one word. It's not the first letter of three different words. TNT stands for trinitrotoluene. 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 It's one really big word. Trinitrotoluene. That's 6 syllables. Wow. TNT is a kind of explosive material. That means it's a substance that can change extremely fast and release a huge amount of energy all at once. When you see an explosion, all you're really seeing is a very fast chemical reaction. A chemical reaction is when one kind of material changes into different materials. Sometimes chemical reactions happen slowly, like, for example, if you see a piece of wood that's slowly rotting, or maybe a nail that's slowly rusting. But some chemical reactions happen so fast that they make hot gas almost instantly. And when that gas suddenly pushes outward in all directions, you have an explosion. Let's talk about that push outward. See, when TNT explodes, the molecules inside it rearrange very quickly. If the TNT is set off, the molecules break apart and form new gases very, very fast. Those hot gases need space, but they are created so suddenly that they shove the air around them outward. That rushing push makes the blast wave, which is the powerful moving wall of pressure that comes from an explosion. So if you've ever seen a movie where there was a big explosion and then all of the actors got pushed backward, that was supposed to be a blast wave. But hang on. If TNT is made to explode, why doesn't it just explode all the time? Why can TNT just sit there? What causes it to explode? When does that happen? Well, TNT is usually pretty stable until something triggers it in the right way. And stable just means that it can stay the same unless enough energy is added to start the reaction. And once that reaction begins, there's not much you can do to stop it. It spreads through the material extremely quickly. So TNT can go from 0 to 100 in a split second. Usually TNT needs a strong, sudden push of energy to get started, like a shock or a lot of heat or a special starter called a detonator. Once that first tiny part begins reacting, it quickly spreads through the rest of the material faster than you can see. So, do you remember what TNT stands for again? Trinitrotoluene. And what is it? It's a chemical substance that can release a lot of stored energy very quickly in the form of hot gas, pressure, heat, and yes, sound. Pretty amazing. All right, let's have a quick quiz. What does TNT stand for? It stands for trinitrotoluene. Is an explosion usually a slow chemical reaction or a fast chemical reaction? Very, very fast. That's what causes the explosion. And what is the powerful push of pressure called that moves outward from an explosion? We call it the blast wave. Let's play true or false. True or false? TNT is only something from Minecraft. No, that's false. True or false? A chemical reaction means a material changes into different materials. Yes, that is true. True or false? Stable means something always explodes right away. Nope, stable means the opposite of that. Stable means that as long as you don't touch it, it's not going to explode. Or as long as it doesn't get heated up. Have you ever seen a movie where there's like a stick of dynamite and they say, "Don't touch that dynamite, it might explode"? That's because even just a little bit of movement inside of the dynamite could trigger the reaction. As long as you don't touch it, as long as it doesn't get too hot, it's stable. All right, let's play a round of What Am I? What am I? I am made when an explosion pushes outward very fast. I move quickly through the air, and I am a wall of pressure. What am I? I am a blast wave. All right, so one more time. Do you remember what TNT stands for? Trinitrotoluene. Trinitrotoluene. That's a hard word to say quickly. Trinitrotoluene. An explosion is really just a super fast chemical reaction that makes hot gases and a powerful pressure wave. When you see an explosion, that's all it is. You definitely don't want to mess with any kind of explosives. As we've learned today, when that change happens, when that chemical reaction starts, it happens really, really quickly. That's why we all have to be very careful around any kind of explosives. But it sure is cool to know that all TNT really is a chemical reaction. A really, really, really big chemical reaction. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got some birthdays today. Today is Bentley's birthday. Bentley is from Washington, and Bentley is turning 8. Happy birthday, Bentley. Ivy is from Maryland, and Ivy is turning 8. Happy birthday, Ivy. Isla is from Utah, and Isla is turning 2. Happy birthday, Isla. Rory is from California, and Rory is turning 4. Happy birthday, Rory. Zian is from California, and Zian is turning 5. Happy birthday, Zian. Elin is from Illinois, and Elin is turning 7. Happy birthday, Elin! Alexander Uche is from Florida, and Alexander Uche is turning 5. Happy birthday, Alexander Uche! Hudson is from Kansas, and Hudson is turning 6. Happy birthday, Hudson! And Will is from Virginia, and Will is turning 5. Happy birthday, Will! To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcurioskids.com. See you tomorrow!